No pukesters helping me to the left, and no pukesters helping me to the right. Didn't need them then, don't need them now.
You are the ex-champion, Mullen.
Now this is the way, Tony and David, that you do the figure four leg lock.
Coming at you live from Cousin Tyrone's basement.
And I'm here in King Gunther's guest room where there is currently construction happening. We're going to have a new background, but there's just shit everywhere. So I apologize. Not the most beautiful looking thing at the moment, but next week when we record this, it'll be top tier. And we'll be getting ready to retire AJ Styles, I think. That's next week. That's next week. But yeah.
Yes, it is. Well, is it?
The Rumble.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they say Rumble. Saturday Night's main events this Saturday. We'll jump into that. We got to talk about that, man. We got to talk about what else is spicy's been going on.
A lot of so much wrestling. Yeah, Royal Rumble entries, Unreal. We're going to touch on briefly. We're not going to give any spoilers until next week. Give our full thoughts, probably.
Yeah.
Next week's episode is going to be an hour and 45 minutes easily.
Change.
We just got to find the time to do it. But yeah. What else? You know what? Let's do this though. Let's start off the show shouting out our guy. If you all tuned into the episode last week. The claps faded a little bit. That was weird. It started out heavy and then went down. But our guy, Manny Lemons, made his backstage debut yesterday on TNA, getting yelled at by Nick Nemeth. It's okay. Sometimes it starts that way. But it was pretty dope to see him.
Yeah. I yelled at my TV because I was like, Nemeth, why don't you have that energy at the Boys and Girls Club, huh? Why don't you have that energy from Manny at the Boys and Girls Club where you guys were shaking hands and kissing babies, huh? My man Manny went in there. He looking fresh to death. He had the boas on. He had the fresh Rockwell glasses on. Looking real tough in the background.
Looking great.
You could tell he didn't have no sticks in his hand. He didn't have no Nintendo Switch sticks in his hand. No PlayStation sticks in his hand.
Yeah.
He was just in the background yelling. So you know he's not the best at the video games.
Yeah, which is okay. You know, he's been practicing wrestling. I'm solid at video games. Not TNA, but WWE 2K25. I've been whooping my son's ass consistently in that recently. So that's all we do, really.
Play video games?
Yeah, he loves it. We're on a mission to get all of the Samoan dynasty. So we have Umaga so far, Rikishi, Peter Maivia, the Head Shrinkers, Yoko. Man, they made Tamina Snuka's part like by far the hardest. You're in a goddamn Money in the Bank match excuse me, against 5 other superstars. It's like you got to do all these things in order to win them, and it sucks, but we're on our way to have it. He's enthralled by Umaga right now. My son,
as he should be,
like, loves Umaga. And then I told him, he has a son that wrestles. What? Show him Zilla. He cannot wait for Zilla to be on WWE television.
Oh, man. I think the world is the same way. I feel like we've been waiting for this big moment for Zilla Fatu since Jacob came over, right? So we're talking about, what, 2, almost 3 years in the making?
Has it been that long that Jacob's been in the...
I swear it was 2022,
it could, hey, time flies.
I think.
Time is flying.
It really does.
I just saw some shit... non-wrestling on Instagram, and I put it up on my story and just said F off, that said the Goosebumps TV series is now as old as the Twilight Zone was in the 90s. So, 60s to 90. I'm like, I just fuck off. Anyways, sorry. Wow. I'm just realizing how old I'm getting, and it's insanity.
Bro, I have that realization every year when it's like, the 30th anniversary of Ludacris is blah, blah, blah. The 20th anniversary of Lil Wayne's blah, blah, blah. I'm like, holy smokes. I remember even 2016, this whole trend with 10 years ago was 2016. Yeah. It's like, I remember 2016. It was a wild summer. It was a fun time. It was crazy.
Summer 16. Remember that? Drake? When Drake wasn't suing people and losing battles. Man, what a time that was. Yeah, I was at our friend DJ Juggy's house yesterday buying some vinyl because I'm getting ready to, the basement's almost finished. and I'm gonna have a lot of stuff up and around, and just going through his records, and like even he's like, oh, this is like 2000s, 2010s ish, and I'm looking through stuff, and I'm like, okay, this feels it's insanity that this is, some of these are 20 years old. Then I'm dipping into his 90s vinyl, and I'm like, okay.
This is a really cool moment though, because your son is learning about Umaga now, and he's about to be introduced to Zilla. And by the time he's a dad, I'm sure he's gonna be like, I remember my dad showed me Umaga, and I grew up on Zilla, and now you're gonna learn about little Zilla Jr. You know,
and then he'll tell his kids. He'll tell his kids, oh, I watched wrestling with my dad, and this guy's ZJ Zilla Jr. I watched his dad come in. I learned about his dad from my dad, which, by the way, I didn't watch during that Umaga time. That was when I was out. Holy shit. Umaga was great because we've been watching his matches. Cena, Umaga, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Great. But we have a hard out. You have a hard out. I'm going to, a little peek behind the curtain for the listeners here. Our room's almost finished in the basement. That's been a thing. And the carpet guy's here. He's supposed to be here at 9. Knocked on the door at 7:30. I'm like, oh, hey, nice. Hey, that's actually great because I'm going to do some stuff later today. He's still here. And it's almost 11 a.m. It's not a big room. It's not a big room. I don't want any problems, but I'm like, can we not run it back? Wrap it up, B. Wrap it up. Get that box from Chappelle.
This was a family reference, right? So this relationship.
No. The carpet wasn't. Everything else was.
Okay.
Carpets from a company, and I won't say the name just because I'm sure the carpet's going to be beautiful. It's going to look great. He's taking his time.
Or it might just look like a bunch pile of shit, and he just.
Oh, I tell you what, I will lose it.
I'm not going to throw that out there. But,
thank you.
Hey, this might end up as a Lifetime movie.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Killed by a carpenter.
Is that Lifetime or is that more like A&E? I feel like Lifetime. I would like fall in love with him.
Well, that too. I mean, your husband might be upset, but let's roll it.
Hey, shout out to Beefy. My wife plays. This is, again, nobody cares about this except for maybe Beefy. He's getting his 5 miles in at a rec center that my wife plays in her women's league at, and I see him up there, going and going. So shout out to him. He does need to get a phone that like accepts gifts and stuff though, because he has a flip phone. Let's get into wrestling, Dre. Nobody gives a shit about this. And I'm trying to drink my water. There's a lot of water.
Yeah, it is a lot of water. I need to get my intake in. What would you like to start? You want to start with SmackDown, what seems so far away?
SmackDown seems like 7 years ago, but we can if you'd like. What do you have from SmackDown that you want to talk about?
Big highlight for me was Trick Williams. Trick Williams time has arrived.
Yes.
He, you think about 2 weeks ago, he cut a great promo against Randy Orton.
Mm-hmm.
Hits a fan with the mic allegedly.
Yeah.
Just, oh shit, on camera. Like that moment. That's one of those moments that will go down in history as like a funny moment, you know?
Yeah.
And it's tied to a legend like Randy Orton. So it's really cool to see him do that. And then this week, see Matt Cardona, who the people are excited to see, and to see him perform really well. Both of them put on a great match. Right. And get over. Like, Trick Williams is here, and he's going to be here on Saturday night as well.
Yeah, I can't wait for that Fatal 4-Way, but we'll get to that. But yeah, Trick just, it's like, he's a star, he's here. There's no building up. Like, he's just a star. He's in the picture for the title, to fight against Drew already. And it's not like one of those where you feel like, they just kind of threw this guy in. Like, he's no disrespect to Carmelo Hayes, but Trick Williams is him for real.
I agree.
I found out his song. Sorry, I keep cutting you off, Dre. We haven't done this in so long. I'm just kidding. It was last week. I found out his song, his entrance music. He went to is it Def Rebel? It might be Def Rebel who made it. Went to them and said, hey, I want something that's like Family Values from Kendrick and Baby Keem, which when my son heard that, that's one of his favorite songs. He heard that, boom, Trick's my guy. We'll get to another one of my son's guys here in a little bit when we talk about Raw, but he was just like, okay, now I hear it. It sounds like it. Anyways, Trick, can't wait.
and then to have a great, if you have a sing along record as you walk out,
Yeah.
you're instantly gonna be over. Like I
Yeah.
don't see there's even when he's a heel, he's over. You know,
Yeah.
but I think Trick Willie, he can really capitalize on this whole whoop that trick thing. Merch is gonna be, he's gonna have his moment. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen on like a mainstream WWE universe type level, not just the
no doubt.
niche NXT level, but worldwide. We're gonna see that here soon from Trick Williams.
Yeah, no doubt. And last time I'll bring up my son. No. Second to last time I'll bring up my son in this podcast. He's really into talking like Dusty Rhodes right now. Like that's just, and it's driving my wife insane. To be like, yeah, baby, let me tell you something about what I want for some breakfast. Okay, if you could give me some cereal. But the funniest thing he did, we were watching it. He goes, "Oh yeah, that's Trick Willie, baby. It's big Trick Willie. It's gonna win a championship. He's gonna beat Drew McIntyre at Saturday, and he's gonna win at Saturday Night's main event, and then go to beat Drew McIntyre next." And I was like, "Will you stop? And please, for the love of God, don't talk like that at school." And I know he is, because he said his friends were cracking up about it. Anyways, second to last time I bring up my son in this podcast.
The funny thing is that if you know Wonder's son, his grandfather talks like that as well. Just playing. Oh yeah, man, that's awesome. I love that he's embracing these old school guys. You know, you talk about Dusty, you talk about Umaga.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
Are we? What's the deal with Fatu and Cody Rhodes? Like, is there something I'm missing?
It's pretty interesting, right? So we all know, like, when Fatu got his teeth smacked out or broken out or whatever, he had to leave and get those taken care of. They didn't necessarily say who did that. Am I wrong?
We have. That's why I'm confused. I don't know if I missed something, because when Fatu was off TV, like you mentioned, he got jumped in the back.
Yeah,
teeth knocked out. He comes back. He's targeting Drew. Cody gets in the middle of this thing. Cody looks like he might be collateral damage, but now it feels like it's a target against Cody.
It's very interesting.
I don't know if there's something I missed, but I'm still wondering what the why is.
I don't know. My only thought is potentially we're trying to get Cody to be a heel, because people love Jacob. I don't think Jacob, I mean, he could be a heel, but people love him. So do we get heel Cody? I think I talked to you about this, or no, that was our good friend Sebastian. Good friend, we talk to him from time to time. I was like, I feel like we need a heel Cody, and we need a little bit of a faction behind him, a tag team or whatever. And I kind of feel like that's where we're going. I don't know. Cody's been a good guy for such a long time, and it kind of felt like he was starting to get booed in certain places, and he could still turn the crowd to get back on their good side. But I don't know. What do you think about that? Because why have Jacob and him go at each other? Like, it doesn't make sense to me at all.
It doesn't. But to be honest with you, it almost feels like the WWE's trying something, and we'll see what happens. I don't see either way. I don't see the people disliking Jacob Fatu.
No.
And to be honest with you, I do see the people turning against Cody if it means building up Jacob.
Yeah, because he was getting boos. Like, when he came out after he lost the title, and it's been so many shows since we actually talked about the product, because we didn't talk about it with Manny, so I'm forgetting which one, but he got booed, right? And then again, flipped it and got it. But this was my vision for Cody as a heel. He gets the Creed brothers, because they're just in the back being goofy, fucking comical guys, right? Creed brothers join Cody. We get this crew, and like, we really get those guys to level up, because they're just around Cody. And maybe you add somebody else, like an old form of I guess Evolution wasn't necessarily a tag team in there, but something like that. Because I feel like Cody's great as a heel. And I think it's just maybe that time. And I'd love to have Jacob just be like one of the top tier baby faces, even though he's crazy, right? He's like your Stone Cold's, like your, not necessarily like an anti-hero, but he just doesn't fit the mold of like just a regular what do they on Unreal as they call a white meat baby face, right?
Rhea Ripley's a perfect example.
Yeah.
Where they wanted Rhea to be a heel, and Rhea played the heel role really well, but the people said no. That's our face. That's our baby girl. We love Rhea Ripley, and we don't care. Yeah. We don't care if she turns on Io Sky. I guarantee you, we still get chance at brutality. As soon as that hits, we're loving it. Io, hit the brakes because we're still rolling with mommy.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Back to SmackDown. I thought it was great. We had a lot of great matches. Obviously, we got all the participants for the Fatal 4-Way. But SmackDown has been pretty solid throughout. Even the U.S. Open Challenge match, incredible.
Oh yeah, you get Slater up there. I mean, he's an X Division champion over at TNA.
Yeah,
we're seeing more of Slater, and him and Hayes just
great.
Those two, man, great match.
21 years old. That dude's 21.
Javon too.
Yeah. Oh.
Like the future of pro wrestling's in great hands.
Yeah. You want to go to Raw because I want to talk about Javon. Was there anything else on SmackDown you want to talk about?
Yeah. What's up with Solo Sikoa? Like, why are they burying Solo Sikoa? It feels like ever since that thing happened with Rampage Jackson's son over there at Rikishi's promotion, it just feels like after that, Solo's been getting loss after loss. He gets into a faction that the people aren't behind. Like, it just feels like they're burying Solo Sikoa when he was red hot.
I don't know if they're burying him because they are really. I mean, he's on every single week, but I just don't know how they end this with the Wyatts. Potentially Saturday night's main event. There needs to be another match, right? Like maybe finally Uncle Howdy wrestles. Like we get a real match. But yeah, I Solo's great. I love Solo. But the outside of Tama, which kind of feels like Tama's getting his own storyline, right? Outside of the MFTs, you just don't fill it with those guys. Like, it's not like the original Bloodline, not like the Bloodline when Solo came in, not even like the Bloodline with Jacob, Solo, and Tama and Tonga. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, we all remember when JC Mateo made his debut, Jeff Cobb. Yeah. And I remember being like, that's Rhino, as good as he may be, like, he just, I don't know. And even with Tala, it's if my son is bored with a character, he's got to be pretty boring, right? And my son is all into this Samoan dynasty. And he's like, any Polynesian wrestler loves him. And he's like, Tala's boring. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. But so I don't know. I think Solo comes out of this, gets back into like title pictures. We get Tama going into the U.S. title, and then maybe I don't know what you do with the MFTs, to be honest with you, because I mean the face paint's weird, right? It's just like it just doesn't fit. I don't know. Seems like they're stuck, but I think Solo can come out of it for sure.
I wouldn't want Tala. I mean, you talked about a faction for Cody. I hope that they don't try to build a faction around Fatu and him talk to Tama. Like, I think these guys need to have a solo run, have Tama do his thing, have Jacob again be the anti-hero and the nomad that just does his thing, causes havoc on things. Maybe he's still trying to find out who jumped him. Have him pop over to Raw. Like, but it just felt like Solo Sikoa, we were talking about him red hot. We were talking about what he's been doing. And then all of a sudden it's just like,
Yeah. I'm surprised we haven't found out who jumped Jacob, because like, obviously he went after Drew. So that leads you to believe it was Drew, but we haven't, unless I missed it. And that's possible. So if you're listening to this and you're like, hey, dipshit, they said it was Drew. My bad. I should probably get IT on it, but I don't want to do that.
No, I'm not going to give people I'm not giving that the grace for that, because McIntyre would have fully been like, yeah, I did it, homie. Mm-hmm. What you got to do about it? I got the belt.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, Drew would be open about it. He would be on social media. He'd be antagonizing Fatu. He'd be calling him whatever. He'd be telling him to cut his locks.
Yeah. Make fun of his new Da Vinci's. Not quite as nice as Roman's, but, got new teeth.
Yeah. Raw was on Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day, so salute to the WWE for recognizing that.
Yep, absolutely. They played their. They do that every year too on MLK Day. They always play a clip. Apparently, like I was listening to who was it? Kaz and Shoemaker, and Kaz had worked in WWE for a while, and they said that he was just he, as in Vince McMahon, was just like the biggest MLK fan, which obviously you should be. But he was like over the top with it sometimes, where it made Kaz feel awkward at moments. But just never missed a video package for Martin Luther King Jr. So yeah, that was great.
And not to the lengths of Joe Biden putting a dashiki on, but
well, yeah.
Oh yeah, salute.
I don't know if the current president did anything. I'm going to say no. So, but anyways, that's neither here nor there. Okay, Raw. I just want again. Last time I'll bring up my son. I promise you. I ordered him a Javon Evans, Young OG 6'7" shirt. It says I'm bouncy on the back. When I tell you that this shirt arrived Monday, 20 minutes before the Javon Evans match, I'm like, oh, we got it. He's all excited. And then we get the injury, which, again, with WWE Unreal last year, I don't know if it was a real injury. Have you seen any videos? Because they went to commercial, came back, he was holding his shoulder, it was over, and Americano was kind of healing out a little bit, which is fine because we want people to boo him, but I just feel like something's amiss here. So has there been anything you've seen of how he hurt his shoulder?
I haven't heard anything. I do believe this was an injury. Okay. I don't see the benefit of faking an injury for Javon Evans when he.
Neither do I.
We need to get him going, right? We need to keep him on TV. The people are chanting bouncy, like he's I don't want to say red hot, but he's heating up.
He's and stupid athleticism, like just ridiculous. He jumps over those ropes. Everything he does, right? So yeah, it hurt my heart, hurt my son's heart. But hopefully he just comes back quick. But I haven't even seen an update.
No update. I hope we do see him. Hopefully it's just like a muscle, whatever, and he can be back for the Rumble. We get him in the Rumble.
Yeah.
Have a cool Kofi Kingston moment where he has to jump to the desk or something. Do something really cool, right?
Yeah. Out of all things, though, on MLK Jr. Day, we get Michael Cole to call him Kofi Kingston. What are we doing, Cole? And then Graves, because you told me, and I was like, oh, I must have missed it because I was kind of watching, but also doing other stuff. So I rewound it, and I was like, no way that just happened. And then Cole tries to save it by talking about, we saw Kofi earlier today. Like,
yeah, no, you did it. Like, come on, let's be honest. You did see Kofi.
What are you talking about?
And he thinks all black guys with locks look like Kofi Kingston, I guess.
Man, what a slip by Cole. But no, yeah, hopefully Javon Evans, quick recovery to that guy. He's fan favorite, love watching him. And I liked what they were doing with the Americanos. I kind of liked how he's moving up that Americano ladder. And I would assume he was going to beat El Grande Americano, but I mean, who knows?
Yeah, good partner, man. I really like this guy, El Grande Americano. Even though he started off a little shorter, he looks way taller now. I don't know if he had a growth spurt or what.
Yeah.
Solid wrestler.
Right. Yeah, I agree. And the other two, just kind of jabrones, but when you find out who those guys actually are, you're like, oh, okay. They can really go. Okay, great.
Do you really think that Gunther is gonna put let's say Jay Styles. AJ Styles.
Shout out to my guy. We DJ'd a party together.
Yeah, shout out to Jay Styles. Do you think Gunther is going to retire AJ Styles?
Yes. Yep.
Does it happen at Rumble this soon?
Doesn't that feel kind of weird? Like for AJ to just be like, and say he is going to be his last year, and then they ended at Rumble. I don't think it happens at Rumble, but I think it happens. And the only reason I feel like there's going to be some kind of interference or something weird to where, because we have to have like a goodbye, like a little bit of a goodbye tour for AJ, right? You can't just end him in January.
Can I ponder something to you?
Yes.
Last night, I'm not a regular TNA Impact tune-inner, but
viewer.
Yeah. Tune-inners, viewer. My friend Manny Lemons was on there, as we mentioned earlier in the show. So I tuned in. I watched the whole show, and there are talent on this show that I really like. Mike Santana being one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Santana did a great promo. He sat in the middle of the ring with that TNA belt on his shoulder. He gave a great promo. He gave props to the man that built that place, AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Now, my thing is does Gunther retire him from WWE, or does he retire him from pro wrestling? And if that's the case, does Mike Santana say, no, I want that last match in TNA with AJ Styles, and Gunther, you're not going to take that moment from me, interrupts, and then we get a no contest? This would be a great look for TNA. This would be a great look for Mike Santana. And then who better to build up Mike Santana than a Gunther?
Oh, yeah. I think having Mike interrupt that match would mean that they have the utmost confidence in Mike Santana, which I do. I don't necessarily have issues with Mike Santana, but from a WWE perspective, we've seen Unreal. And I don't know if they would just be so quick to let that happen, even though he is a TNA champion and he is great. But I could see something happening to where this year we get the, a schmoz ending interruption at Rumble, the AJ goodbye tour, him going to TNA and having that match with Mike Santana. Probably not winning, right? Because why? Maybe he wins. I don't know. And then drops the belt like Oba, right? But then finally gets retired by Gunther. Because I feel like this year is going to be that of Gunther retiring a few more, and then hopefully we just get him in actual title pictures. Retiring AJ, and then there's so many rumors about this being Brock's last year, which if you retire Brock Lesnar, like, that's it. There is no one else you need to retire. Cena, Goldberg, Styles, like that. Some people, not me, would have those guys on their Mount Rushmore, right? Not me. But they, in some form or fashion, they would have them on their Mount Rushmore. And if you're retiring all four of them, like, bro, shit. King Gunther's guest room will be done next week. The construction will be over. But yeah, man, I back to your initial question. I don't see them having Santana interrupt this match, but I do see a potential for a Styles Santana match on TNA. Maybe they have some type of, pay-per-view or whatever it may be this year. Make that happen. And then
but think about it though, not to interrupt, but think about it. Santana comes out, AJ's getting choked out. Santana comes out, he gets Gunther off of him, and he beats up Gunther a little bit. He takes some chops, and then he puts Santana out. And then the following Thursday, what if Gunther showed up to TNA and he beats the crap out of Santana? Who saves Santana? AJ Styles. Now we're like,
okay, I do like that. If Gunther shows up to TNA, I don't.
He's not doing nothing right now. Wonder, like, he's not.
No, I understand that. No, I understand that. I just mean, like, what a look for TNA.
Oh, yeah,
you get Manny Lemons and you get Gunther. What are we talking about? Shit.
And AMC will be happy, right?
Yeah,
the name of the game right now is making AMC happy.
Yeah,
the WWE has they have interest in TNA. They want TNA to succeed, right?
Right.
Because they want to bury the other people, right?
Yeah.
So what better way than to put one of your top stars that doesn't have a story right now
Yeah.
Just show him some love and do a rub.
Yeah.
And we
Go
know
down there. Go there
who
and
better
just be like, these people are underneath me, beneath me. I don't need to, but then like have to have them. That'd be great.
more heat.
Yeah. By the way, sidebar, was that Fandango the guy that retired? Like he was retiring, and because I watched the very end last night where there was like the future of the and now I forget the faction with Moose and then the two other dudes.
Oh yeah.
Was Fandango the leader? Because I was like, that looks like Fandango. You didn't watch during the Fandango time, am I correct?
Nah, I'm thinking of DJ Quick when you say Fandango.
Yeah. Let me tell you something about Fandango. Beat Jericho at Mania. His gimmick was like when Dancing with the Stars was the shit. Like not everyone, not me. A lot of people watched it. His character was a dancer, and yes, that was Fandango. What's his real name? Curtis Hussey. Okay, I'm gonna dive into this a little more, but I was like, I swear to God, that's Fandango. Good for him. Yeah, Kurt Hussey. Anyways, sorry. Yeah, and I hadn't watched TNA in a very long time, but just like pick up matches. But anyways, I threw us off there. But yeah, Gunther down in TNA would be incredible. You need to have him with the right partners though, like Santana. Okay, but then I don't know. I don't want to diss TNA by any means, but you definitely want someone like Santana in him. But also, I gotta see Santana in a ring against someone like that, because like they have the like, what do they call it, the Randy Orton comparison, or like a wrestler looks big until they're next to Randy Orton. Like Gunther's a pretty big dude too, and I'd like to see what that looks like.
Oh yeah, no, Santana isn't WWE big.
Yeah,
but Santana has a story. Santana has heart, and Santana's for the people.
Yeah, I listened to a interview with him, and man, he is like an open book, which is dope because he talks about his struggle with all kinds of things. I'll have to find that, and I can share it on our Figure 4 Instagram page. But it was a really great interview. I want to say maybe it was with Rosenberg. Anyways, I'll find it, and great interview. And the dude just seems like a great human being too, like outside of wrestling.
He had a great interview with I think it's the No Contest podcast with O'Shea Jackson Jr.
Oh, okay, cool.
TJ Washington, I believe is his name.
That's a podcast I haven't. There's so many podcasts, right? And we appreciate you for listening to us if you're listening to this or watching this, because we know that there's 100 million options out there. But that's one I haven't listened to, is the O'Shea one. I just see clips, right? Which is what this world's come to, is clips. So thank you for making clips of this show, Dre.
Yeah, thank you for showing up.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, our girl got she got the ish end of the stick on Monday night. Maxine Dupree.
Yeah. What was that, Natty? You could feel it coming, but I didn't think it would come that quick.
Me either. Like that was weird. Like, why turn your back on her when she's about to win?
I think we'll find out why. And in my head, this is what she's going to say. I have been with this company for years, blood, sweat, and tears. I went out and did this, blah, blah, blah. I have not gotten a shot at this Intercontinental title. My Uncle Brett, my Uncle Owen, both Intercontinental champs. I'm tired of being disrespected. I trained her, and she gets this shot quick. Boom. No, I want that. Beats Maxine again, and then maybe we get a Natty the Man match, which I don't know how much people love it, but because we feel like AJ Lee's waiting in the wings. I didn't know she was going to be the Brock Lesnar of women wrestling, where we just get her every now and then. But yeah, I feel like that's what's going to happen, right? It's jealousy. Like, I've been here since 2008 or however long Natty's been there. But yeah, I really wish it would have been a little bit of a slower turn on her, because it just felt like, oh yeah, here's Natty, boom, okay, well now we're doing this.
Yeah, and Maxine, man, she was whooping some ass. She was doing really well, and she had the win, and Natty had to ruin that.
Yep, awful.
Rain on a parade.
Disgusting. I'm disgusted with you, Natty.
Can I tell you how much I enjoyed Ray, Dragon Lee, and Penta? I really enjoyed that match.
Yeah, they are great. Penta, and this is all something that we know, but he's so good, man. He is so good. I love, and again, we'll talk about Unreal next week. The when they focus on Penta, holy shit, it's just, man, incredible. That's all I gotta say.
Really incredible. He's stiff. Sometimes he's not as surgical with his wrestling as other wrestlers, but he's
Which is
good.
fine. Yeah, it's
yeah.
fine. Just smack some people up. It's fine. I love that because you don't, at least in WWE. I don't want to say in wrestling as a full world, but in WWE you generally don't get like super stiff luchadors, rather. Like Ray is always very smooth, or like Sin Cara in the past, or just all of the guys that they've had. But man, like it looks like it hurts when he's wrestling some people, right? Like gives you that Sheamus Gunther feel, but in a luchador where he can just do all kinds of really dope shit too.
Did you see the controversy with Vikingo and Americano?
And it was in AAA. I did
in AAA, yeah.
No.
So Vikingo, talk about being smooth. This dude was being extra stiff against Americano, and Americano tells him in English, "Show like chill out," you know.
Oh.
And then he goes into Spanish and he says some unsightlies to Vikingo. Yeah, it got real for a minute.
Damn, I'm gonna have to pull that up.
Yeah, I'll find the clip and I'll send it over to you. But yeah, it got real for a minute. When you're talking about luchadors being smooth, Vikingo was not.
Yeah, you know who is helping with creative of AAA, and I found this out yesterday, is Undertaker.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Good look for Taker.
Yeah, he was on the, again, 1,000 podcasts to listen to as I was waiting for Juggy to show up to his house, as I sat outside awkwardly because he had to give Aiden a ride. Shout out to our boy Aiden, pop out Aiden. Taker was talking about how he's down there in AAA, like just helping with creative, and he wants to take little pieces of what they do in WWE, but just make it a AAA feel, right? Like he's like not trying to change anything. So it's the working relationships that WWE has now, like, in the Vince era, it's not happening. So that's the one thing about TKO that you can appreciate. Obviously you get high ticket prices, all this other shit that you don't love, but the collaborations are great.
Hey, Wonder, I got a hard out.
Yeah.
Do we want to jump over to Saturday night's main event?
Yeah, let's do it. Because I think we're good on... Oh, shout out to Finn Balor. CM Punk, Finn Balor. Solid match. Didn't think the belt was going on Finn, but then halfway through that match, I was like, maybe... But it was great, and I like a push for Finn Balor. Love that he got his old theme. He missed the first cue of the... that, but very dope. And Finn is just a great wrestler. 40-something years old. Looks like $1 million. And I found out his diet is, he says, and I told my son this because he's like, what do you think Finn Balor eats? Because he looks great. I said I wasn't going to bring my son up anymore, but this is the world I live in. And I watched an interview with Finn, and he said, they're like, what's your diet like? He's like, I just eat everything outside, on the outsides of grocery stores. So not the bullshit in the middle, not the frozen foods, not the cereals, but like, vegetables, meat, yogurt. And he said sometimes he has like nuts, pause. But that's his diet. And he's like, I don't do anything special, but that's what I eat. I don't eat anything that isn't like real food, is the way he puts it.
Yeah, solid. That same theory, I don't know if it's a theory or way of life, has been told to me forever, and it's true. Like all the good stuff is on the outside of the store.
Yeah. Yeah, but goddamn, some of that stuff in the middle tastes so good. You know what I'm saying? And is convenient. That's the other thing. But you know what? I'm 40, Dre. I'm 40. The listeners know this. And I got to start eating like Finn Balor.
I feel you on that. Saturday night's main event going down this Saturday. Peacock, right?
Yes. That is.
That's
Yes.
right?
I'll double check
Pretty sure.
that. Go ahead.
I'm pretty sure it's still on Peacock. I think that's gonna stay. But we have a women's tag team match: Rio versus the Judgment Days, Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez. I love that Liv is embracing Roxanne. I do feel like this is not genuine, but I do love that Liv is kind of putting her underneath her wing and saying, "Hey, I got you. Hey, Raquel, go have fun. We're gonna do it here. We're gonna get these titles here. You go have fun." But I do feel like that's gonna switch here soon. I feel like the tune or the little niceness of Liv Morgan is gonna switch here soon.
I do too, and I'll be honest with you. Like, I don't know how to predict this match other than I think Rhea and Io just getting the titles. It's too quick to take them off of them. So I could see some type of interference from Lash and Nia or whomever, because it feels like this is what's always happening in these matches. Like, we get someone, Bailey, Lyra, right? Like, so I think that's what happens. But I do agree with you on the Liv, or maybe the Liv Roxanne thing works out and we get Raquel to dip out of the Judgment Day. But she's on fire too. Like, the Judgment Day is back. Even with Dom hurt, the Judgment Day is ridiculously back.
Or maybe it's Dom that helps them get the titles back.
I want Dom back, bro. He's one of my favorites.
Time.
Yeah.
It is time. All right, so you're saying are you taking the Judgment Day to win the titles?
No. I'm actually going no contest. I think it's just going to get thrown out. I think we get some type of interference from one of the 6 tag teams that are trying to go after this.
Okay.
Kabuki Warriors, maybe, because I don't see them taking the titles off of Rhea and Io, but I also don't think it helps Liv and Roxanne to just straight up lose, right? Like, we need to build that up. So maybe we get like some kind of wild like TLC match with all of these teams, run it back like Dudley's, Hardy's, Edge, and Christian. Like, I would be so down for that at some PLE. Can't be Rumble. It can't be Rumble because all of them will be in the Rumble, but like, I'm with it.
All right, I'm actually going opposite. I think Rhea and Io win. I think Mommy gets the pin. It's a straight up win.
Okay, all right. And I wouldn't be mad at that, but I just feel like something with Liv and Roxanne, we got to keep them as like real threats. So I think if it's just a clean boop boop, it's over. Like, I don't know. Something's got to happen to where it's not clean. Even if Rio wins, it's got to be not clean in some form or fashion.
Do we open with that match on Saturday? Or do you think it's the Rhodes Fatu?
I think it's Rhodes Fatu. And I think we're getting one more match. Historically, Saturday night's main event, all the ones that we've had have 4. So I don't know what that is. I think I told you, like, maybe it's Howdy solo, but it's something. Like, something else. We need another match. We can't just have 3.
We should find out tonight. We should find out tonight.
Yeah, it is Friday. And I tell you what, this week has flown by, and I was like, oh yeah, SmackDown is tonight.
It really has.
Yeah.
All right, so who you got there? Jacob or Rhodes?
I'm gonna go with Jacob. I don't think it hurts Cody to lose this. I think it hurts Jacob more because we're trying to build Jacob up. He's been gone for so long. This is his first match back. I'm gonna go with Jacob.
I'm gonna go with Jacob as well. I think Jacob gets the 1, 2, 3. A huge moonsault on Cody.
Yeah. But if we could end the match and then have the Creed brothers come out and start that faction, stop wasting their talent of just being goofy guys in the back. Like, that's cool that they're on TV when they're on, right? And we get the whole thing. We talked about Chelsea Green on Unreal. Like, she's like, I don't give a shit. She does, because she talks about it on there. We'll talk about that later. But like, let's start using these dudes and get this. Like, they were in an American faction before with Gable. Why can't we just have them jump over there and then be real killers and like elevate them with Cody? Let's just do it. Paul, Triple H, Hunter. I see those meetings of the agents and the writers. Call me. Some of them are good, some of them not so much.
Yo, Road Dogg bugged me in that thing. We'll talk about it. All right, Randy, or the 4-way triple or The fatal
Four-way
four-way.
triple
Oh
threat. Wow.
the fatal four-way. Oh my goodness. I need a monster. Wake me
Yeah.
up. Randy Orton, Trick Williams. We have Damian Priest and Sami Zayn for the number one contender spot for that Universal, the undisputed WWE title
Go up against Drew at Rumble.
at Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it comes down to who do I want to see Drew McIntyre against?
Yeah.
Simple. And I think it's too early for Williams.
Mm-hmm.
I think Sami Zayn doesn't really make too much sense right now. The latest guy that he had beef with, Priest, does sound a little nice, but Randy Orton, I think, would be nicer. So I'm taking Randy Orton to win this match.
Okay. I think Sammy makes all the sense in the world, especially where they're holding the Rumble. He is like Jesus over there, right?
Gosh, I forgot I was in Saudi.
And I mean, not for nothing, a Drew Sammy match might be fire. I'm sure they've wrestled and I just can't think about it. But I think it's Sammy. Priest doesn't make sense. Like you said, Trick, it's a little too early. Let's just get him in the Rumble. Because he was in the Rumble last year, was he? Yeah. But now he's even so much more over than he was then. So I'm going with Sammy. And Randy doesn't need to go for the title again. I mean, we could, but Randy is good no matter what he's in. Like, it doesn't matter. Put him in any storyline. Randy's solid. So I'm going with Sammy.
All right, you swayed me. I'm going with Sammy as well. Awesome. And we'll wait for the next match, and we'll discuss that next week going into Rumble.
We didn't do wrestlers of the week, so do you want to?
Let's just a few minutes on Unreal.
Okay.
A few minutes on Unreal. Your thoughts? No spoilers.
Okay. No spoilers. No spoilers. No spoilers. I love the show itself. I feel like this season really shows you that something was amiss in regard to their long-term plans. So they fell back on a bunch of other shit. But it's just like you get to know certain wrestlers, and Penta, you get to know him. It's not a spoiler or anything. But you get to know him as a person, which is very cool because he's just like this like mythical figure on TV. But I'm a even bigger Penta fan from watching that. Love that they have the callback again with Chelsea Green. Like, she's in this one. She's very entertaining, and I'm hyped. I haven't finished it yet. I haven't finished the series because I gotta wait again. Said I wasn't gonna bring my son up. Had to bring him up again. I have to watch it with him because he wants to watch it. But I cannot wait for the Rollins. I'm on that episode, but I haven't gotten to it. Rollins at SummerSlam dropping the crutches. I cannot wait for that moment because I've seen what's building up to it in Unreal, and it's just like, because I remember us talking about it. Holy shit! Watching it, I was just befuddled. Couldn't believe it. So, but it's great. Watch Unreal. If you have a significant other who doesn't necessarily love wrestling, Unreal is a really great show for them to just show them like all the shit that goes into it. Because my wife's into Unreal. So there you go.
Oh, it's great. I'm a fan of all docs, and this show is incredible. The characters this season this is for the heads now. I think that the mass people, the first one was great. We got to see John Cena, Rocky. We got to see the Cody Rhodes thing. But now it's like we're getting to see Becky Lynch and, like you mentioned, Rollins and True Killings. And so we're seeing a little bit more of people that probably don't get too much. They're not. I guess Becky and Rollins is A-list, but hopefully you know what I mean.
But you get to know them. You get to know them better. As just people, which is cool.
Absolutely. All right. Because I have a hard out, I'll save my thoughts on Unreal. But let's jump into Wrestler of the Week.
Yeah, so it's been 2 weeks since we gave one out. And so I'm just going to give it the full 2 weeks to one person because I think that they're so good in what they do and won the title and great shit talker, just makes everything so entertaining when it was getting a little stale with Cody. I'm not going to lie. That's why I need the heel turn, but I'm going to go with Drew McIntyre for the last 2 weeks.
Good. I like that. So last week I'd give it to Drew McIntyre. This week I want to give it to Finn Balor. I think Finn showed up for his country. He gave a great promo beforehand. He walks out the old theme. He wins over his people, puts on a phenomenal match. You even said it towards the end of that match. You thought he could actually win.
Yeah.
So for that reason, I think he deserves Wrestler of the Week this week.
I'm with it. I love
it. Felt like he won.
Yeah.
It felt like he won.
No, it really did. And he's I'm excited for a little bit of a push. You again weren't watching at this time. I know we have a hard out. But when he won the Universal Championship and then had to relinquish it because of an injury, like he just never got that back. And that time he's an incredible wrestler anyways, but I hope we get back to something in that area. So
awesome. Well, we'll be back next week here on the Figure 4 podcast for our Royal Rumble predictions.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to pick numbers, so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Go check out our Manny Lemons interview. We had Manny Lemons of DCW, Devotion Championship Wrestling. He also does TNA. You'll find him all over the place.
All over.
Yeah, salute to him. Salute to the Al Snow Wrestling Academy. This Saturday, tomorrow, I will actually be at Fierce Fighting Championship 45. My friend Ezekiel Latu, he is in the main event against a really scary guy in Jerome Hatch. He's a former bare knuckle champion. This dude has over 100, I think it's like 180 fights under his belt.
Shit.
He's a Utah legend. He's a scary dude that has knockout power that's devastating. If you want to come see two guys that are number 1 and 1A, strongest power puncher in Utah, we're going to find out who is the heaviest hitter in Utah this Saturday. It is one to see. And everybody below this card it's a really, really good card. If you're a mixed martial arts fan, you definitely want to be in the building. FishFightingChampionship.com.
Damn, that's wild. That's terrifying.
It's a whole lot of man meat. I don't see this going past 60 seconds. And those are the kind of fights where you're just standing up the whole time, edge of your seat. Yeah.
Damn,
exciting.
That's scary. Figure the Number 4 podcast on Instagram. Follow us. I'll put up what was it? Who was it? Oh yeah, I don't know. I'm putting up something. I'll go back and listen to this. There was something I needed to put up. You remember what it was?
Was it Kofi Kingston?
No.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'll go back. There was something I needed to share with the folks. But anyways, thank you guys for listening. Pow, 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 pow.
Peace.